Greetings, undetermined spectators of the World Wide Web. I am Tall Lanky Guy, and welcome to a very special Valentine's Day episode of Real Talk with Conch. As it is Valentine's Day, I will be talking a little bit about, relationships, dating, all that craziness. Do not expect me to give advice on this sort of thing, because I just so happen to have a very small amount of experience in this area. That said, I am going to talk about a few things that sort of, bother me or irk me about the way in which sometimes dating relationships are done in the context of, the rest of life. First thing I'm going to mention with regards to this sort of thing is, if you are already in a relationship, that does not mean you don't still have your other friends. That also does not mean that you don't need your other friends. Just because you have found one person who wants to hang out with you, comparatively more often than your other friends, does not mean that you should just, put those other friendships on the kibosh until you really need them. Because I'll tell you a secret, chances are those friends need you. Chances are, even if your friends are dating people, chances are you are one of their support systems, and if they notice that you are slowly sort of, fading away from the friend circle, that doesn't help. I am not at all saying that spending time just with your significant other is wrong. Absolutely not. That's kind of part of the whole thing in relationships, is that you spend a lot more time just the two of you alone, and that's fine. That's great. Good on you. But there are still other people that want to spend time with you, regardless of whether they're romantically interested in you. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, immediately after saying that I would not be giving advice, I can, talk about some experiences that I've had, because I've had so many. Something that I noticed, especially during high school, is that I saw a lot of my friends start dating, and some people started dating, and now even in your university, I've got a lot of friends that are getting married. I have a lot of friends getting married. Holy how. And what happened, or what happens, is I started to observe them, and just because you do, and you notice certain things that they do as a couple, and certain things that they say, and you start to decide for yourself what kind of person you would be if you were in a relationship. You sort of decide, while observing from the outside, what kind of relationship you would do if you were in that situation. And it is totally fine to do that. It is totally great to just sort of think about, the way that you would act in that sort of a social context. But that does not mean that thinking about those things makes you prepared for dating. The moment you actually get into a relationship, or your first relationship, regardless of how much thought you have put into, what kind of physical affection boundaries and time that you spend together and what you're going to do together, all of that is completely, that's fine, but either way, you're going to feel a little over your head. There are still going to be a lot of things where maybe your significant other is going to be like, so what's the deal for us with this thing? And you will have a moment where you realized this is completely uncharted territory. You have never been in this situation before, and on one hand, you just sort of have to play it by ear. And on the other hand, you have to really think about what you told yourself. And you have to think about whether the things that you told yourself were actually realistic and could still be followed through on, or maybe you need to make some adjustments to how you thought the whole thing would go. And the third thing that I want to actually talk about is a lot of people rag on using apps like Tinder and stuff like that. And I've actually found that it helps in a lot of ways. I find that regardless of whether I'm in real life or, just talking on someone through a phone app, it's awkward. Those first couple conversations, no matter what the social or technological context, it's gonna be awkward. You're not gonna know what to say all the time. That's okay. But I actually find that, talking to someone through an app like Tinder, it sets a sort of context where, if you're just talking to someone face to face, like wherever in a coffee shop or something, there's not necessarily that implied context of this has the potential for romance. So there's that extra layer of communication that you'll have to get through if you actually want, to move it, get the relationship anywhere. But with something like Tinder, you're already, you're both there. You're both using this app. And some people very much specify in their bios, I'm just here to make friends. But for the most part, it's already implied by being on the app that you are there to explore your options, which I find really helpful. Honestly, that's all I really wanted to talk about today. So, if you got someone to spend February 14th with, cool. Go do that. Treat them special. And if you don't, that's fine. Get together with a bunch of your other single friends, or if your non-single friends still want to do something, that's fun too. This day is meant to be spent with people, regardless of relationship. And the most important thing, this goes for anyone that is watching this video right now, you. I did this in my last video about anxiety, where I have to get real up close and personal, stare directly at this camera sitting on my laptop. You are a beautiful, attractive person with many awesome, very attractive aspects, whether it be your looks, whether it be your personality, whether it be your talent. You got all those things, alright? You're a catch. Anyone would be blessed and lucky to have you. Alright? Okay? Good? Alright, cool. If you haven't seen my other Real Talk with Conch video that I posted a while back, a few months ago, I'll put the link to it down there somewhere. And it's about anxiety. So, that's fun. Other than that, I will see you later.